Hello, everybody, and welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to our match reaction show. And in the first semi-final of the European Championships, it's finished England 4, Sweden 0. That wasn't much of a competition or a contest, was it? No, I'm kidding. I think it was an interesting game. It was a lot closer at the start than the scoreline would have suggested. And if after 20 minutes somebody had told you England were going to win 4-0, you'd probably be laughing. With the way Sweden started, the way they played, they got an early chance for Jakobsson right 20 seconds in. Earps with a good save. Again, you know what? All the things that Spain did to contain England, I think Sweden did just the opposite, and they kind of paid for it. I think the way Sweden played kind of played into England's hands. They did make a very fast start. They were very quick. But what I think the mistake that they made, and you could call it a mistake, you could say that's the way that they play, but I think they went toe to toe with England. I think Spain were a lot more compact. They were a lot more patient, and in the way that they were playing were very containing. Whereas I think Sweden just went we'll fight fire with fire, and I think that helped England. Could have been very different had the first 20, 30 minutes gone differently. I mean, at the Sweden, I think had three chances that they could have taken, and they missed them. And when you miss chances like that, it can come back to bite you. I mean, there was a shot that went on. I think it was Blackstenius, I think, who hit the post. Might have been Blackstenius, I'm not sure. It was with the post. There was, of course, a Jakobsson chance right at the start. There was another opportunity as well. I think it was, I don't know who it was, but somebody who got it as well. So, all of these opportunities that they spurned. And it was the same problem with Spain. Spain did the same thing. They spurned a lot of opportunities. And in England, they go up the other side. And it was a great cross, by the way, first off from Hemp, which White should have done better with. But then it comes out to Bronze, puts the first time ball in. Mead never should be allowed to take two touches in the box. So you kept seeing that. Never should be allowed to be taking two touches. But she got that second touch. She rifled it, hammered into the back of the net, and that's 1-0. And I think again, what really made the change was the fact that, again, you look back the Spain game, they played a 4-1-4-1. So the midfield at the base was always keeping Kirby quiet. They were keeping basically Spain always had the numerical advantage over Stanway and Walsh. In this game, Sweden didn't have that. Sweden allowed Stanway and Walsh to just kind of dictate play the way they wanted, and I thought Walsh was fantastic. I thought Walsh was probably would have been my player of the match. Would have been. I know the other contenders. I know some might give it to Mead, some might give it to Russo, but I thought Walsh was sensational. The way she was just putting passes, pinging passes all around. She completely controlled. That midfield. Stanway really helped her out a lot as well. Both of them together, I think, just kind of kept that midfield on lock. And what it did was it allowed Kirby to have more the ball than she did in the last game against Spain. So she wasn't as isolated. And so therefore she could pull her magic and pull the strings as well. But at 1-0, you thought, okay, maybe Sweden, can they get back into it? But then straight out of the second half, I mean, it's a corner which I think Sweden should have done again, defended better. In fact, that corner came from a really bad attempted clearance tackle. I think it was Rolfo on that side. I'm not sure who it was. Let's take a quick look. I think we can kind of look at that. Yeah, I think it was Ilestedt. It was Ilestedt who was on that side, and she kind of just lost the marker, and they just went down and they got a corner from it. And again, marking was pretty bad. Lucy Bronze allowed to have a free header. I mean, view was blocked, but she wasn't offside. So it's a bit of an unlucky goal to concede, but still it's 2-0. And after that, you kind of saw Sweden were like, they looked defeated. They looked defeated, and the body language looked defeated. And they didn't look like they had the belief. And keep in mind, Sweden are the second best team in the world according to rankings. They've not lost for 34 games. So sometimes when you're in that situation, you forget what it's like to come back into games. You forget what it's like because you're so used to winning. You forget sometimes that what it feels like to be losing and to drag yourself back into winning position. I think that's what happened with Sweden. So Toone just looked defeated. And then the third goal. I mean, I tell you what, I'm still not sure whether that goal is a mistake from Lindahl or whether it's a moment of magic from Russo. And I'll settle on the second also. That's a moment of magic from Russo, only because Russo is so fantastic to watch. I just love watching her play. But it was brilliant. I mean, the first, he should be scoring, by the way. The first shot, if that goal hadn't gone in, we'd probably be saying, well, what a miss that was, because it was straight at Lindahl. I mean, she could have picked any side of that, it was a goal. Really poor marking there once again, really poor defending. But that goal comes back, and then she just backheels it. Like, there you go, I'm just going to backheel it, channeling her in Ibrahimovic in some ways. And what a finish that was! That was just brilliant. And then Lindahl was just caught out by the fact that somebody would attempt something so audacious. Lindahl really had a bad second half. Though she really had a bad second half. I think that might. I mean, some people might say, was that the more embarrassing part of the fourth goal? Again, bad defending. Keep in mind again, this was after reset. Benison comes on in central defense, and there's a whole reset that's happening in defense, and suddenly a ball comes in. Kirby's one-on-one with Lindahl. She puts a chip in, which I think Lindahl was trying to catch it, but she kind of just spills it. I think it's a spill. A lot of people said she was trying to tip it over. I don't think she was trying to tip it over. I think she was trying to catch it, and she kind of just spilled it, and it just goes in the back of the net. I think that might be Lindahl's last major tournament for Sweden. It might be, and to go out in this way, it's sad for her because she's such a brilliant servant for Sweden. 39 years of age, so many games she's played, and 5th European Championships, by the way. And it's sad, but that's the way sometimes life isn't fair, and that's the way sometimes things go. But a well-deserved goal for Kirby, and that's it. That's the icing on the cake. And you know what? Alexa Russo should also have had an assist right after she came and should have had an assist. But Hemp hit the post when she should have scored. So again, those kind of things might have come back to haunt them in another game, but in this one, it didn't really matter. But overall, wonderful performance. I mean, after the first 20-25 minutes, I think they controlled the game. They figured out a way to play. They were playing. I think they started with the 4-2-3-1, but then they kind of switched to a 4-1-4-1. I think Walsh kind of just became the quarterback in some ways, became the deep line playmaker, and so she could get away from the Sweden markers, and then that also allowed them to dominate the midfield as a 3 rather than as a 2. So I thought that was a good tactical change from Wiegman as well to make that adjustment. But I mean, the only concern that I would have, it's not a concern. I think I still think Russo should start. I know Russo has a great record coming on the bench and she does so well. I think she should start the final because I thought Ellen White was better today than she was against Spain. But I think Germany or France will play the same way that Spain played. So whoever they play in the final, I don't think White is going to have much of an impact. And therefore, Russo just has that something about her. She just knows how to find space. She knows how to work angles. She knows what she wants to do. She's very good. And I just feel that she should be the one side in the final. I know she won't. I know Wiegman will stick with Ellen White and just look at Russo as an impact sub. But I just feel that Russo offers a lot more than White does. And therefore, if it's up to me, I would start her in the final. I know Wiegman will not do that. And maybe she's right. But she's a manager after all. I'm not. But I just love watching Alexa Russo play. I think she's my favorite player of this tournament. More than Beth Mead, more than Stanway, Walsh. I like watching her because she's so unpredictable. She just she has that bit of Ibrahimovic, Messi, Rooney. She has that kind of quality, that intangible there that she can just do something out of nothing. And that's something I think as a fan you love watching that. But anyway, congratulations to England on winning this match, their first final since 1984 as well. And it will be interesting to see the approach that whoever the other finalist is will do against England. I mean, a lot of England fans were dreaming of a win. I think England have to be favorites going into the final. They have to be favorites to win this. I know Germany is strong. I know France is strong. Just feel that England playing at home, they've only conceded 1 goal in the entire tournament. You think that they are favorites for that game, but we'll see what happens. Of course, there's still a lot of football to be played before we get to the final. So do comment and say your comments. What did you think of the game? Did you enjoy it? What do you think of England? And of course, a special like for Beth Mead, for Kira Walsh, or for any of the England ladies. Actually, I think they've all done well. So special like for them and for their journey to the final. Definitely. And of course, remember to subscribe to our channel on YouTube, follow us on Facebook. We've got a lot of things happening. There's a lot of transfer things happening. I kind of got bored of the transfer window, to be fair, but still we'll keep following the news and we'll bring information as it comes. But you get notified as soon as videos drop. So do that. Of course, we always appreciate your support. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Goodbye.